Hello everyone, you're welcome back again. In today's tutorial, we're going to solve for the value of x and y from this simultaneous equation. We are given that x plus y is equal to 10 and x multiplied by y is equal to 50. Then what is the value of x and y? So to solve for the value of x and y simultaneously, the first thing we're going to do is to name the equation. So the first equation, x plus y equal to 10, we name it as equation 1. And then y, the second equation, x multiplied by y is equal to 50, we are going to name it as what? As equation 2. Now, the next thing we're going to do, from equation 1, we have x plus y is equal to 10. We're going to make any variable the subject of the formula, then we continue. So from equation 1, we can write from equation 1, we are given that x plus y is equal to 10. So from here, we are going to make y the subject of the formula. So y now will be equal to 10. So when we take this x to the other side, it becomes negative x. So the value of y is equal to 10 minus x. So we can name it as equation 3. So the next thing we're going to do is to substitute this value of y, 10 minus x, into equation 2. So we're going to substitute equation 3 to equation 2. So when we do that, from equation 3, as you can see, we have x, y, which is equal to 50. So this is equation 3. Now, when we substitute equation 3 to 2, this is equation 2 rather. So when we substitute equation 3 to 2, we are going to see anywhere we see y, we are going to replace as 10 minus x. So this is going to be what? X. So in place of y, is going to be 10 minus x, which is equal to 50. Now we're going to expand this bracket. X multiplied by 10 is going to give us 10x. Then x multiplied by negative x is going to give us minus x squared, which is equal to 50. Now we need to rearrange the equation. So here we have x squared is in the middle. So we're going to bring this x squared here. Then my plus 10x. Then when we take this 50 to the other side, become negative 50. So everything will be equal to 0. Now what do you notice? We have quadratic equation. So first, before we continue, find the root of this equation. We need to eliminate this negative by multiply both sides of this equation by negative 1. Also negative 1. So that negative 1 multiplied by negative x squared, the negative will cancel, it become positive x squared. Then negative 1 multiplied by negative 10x will become negative 10x. Then negative 1 multiplied by negative 50 is become positive 50. So will be equal to 0 multiplied by anything is the same as 0. So now we're going to solve this quadratic equation. Recall that we have different methods of solving quadratic equation, but we're going to use formula method to find the root of this equation. So in formula method, you know that we have three variables, which is what? A, B, and C. So this is three unknown variables, where A is the leading coefficient, the coefficient of the first term, which is 1 here. Then B is the middle coefficient, which is negative 10, while C is the constant, which is 50. Now we need to write the formula before we substitute this to the formula. So formula, we are looking for x, which is equal to minus b, then plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, so everything all over 2a. Now we begin to substitute these three values into this formula. So when we do that, we are going to have x will be equal to minus b is going to be minus into b is minus 10, then plus or minus square root of b squared is going to be minus 10 square, which is going to give us 100. Then minus 4ac is going to be 4 into a is 1, which is the leading coefficient, then multiply by c, which is the constant, which is 50. So everything all over 2a is the same as 2 multiplied by 1, which is going to give us 2. So the next, we're going to have x to be equal to negative is going to give us positive 10, plus or minus square root of 4 multiplied by 50 is going to give us 100. It's going to give us 200. Then 100 minus 200 is going to give us minus 100. So everything is going to be equal all over 2. So now, then x now will be equal to 10 plus or minus, here we have negative 100, so this can also be written as what? Square root of 100 then multiply by square root of negative 1, because when you multiply negative 1 and 100 is going to give us negative 100. So everything all over 2. So now we are going to have x to be equal to 10 plus or minus, what is square root of 100? 100 is a perfect square, so when you take the square root of 100, it's going to give us 10, then multiply by square root of negative 1 is going to give us I, which is what? An imaginary number. Whenever you take a square root of a negative 1, it's going to give us I, then everything all over 2. Now the next thing is for us to cancel these two. So how are we going to do? We can factor out 2 from the numerator. So this is going to be what? When we factor out 2, 10 divided by 2 is going to give us 5, plus or minus 10 divided by 2 also 5, then I. So everything all over 2, so that these 2 can cancel these 2. So from here we can now have our two cases. So case 1, which is going to be what? The value of x1, which is going to be equal to 5 plus 5i, and case 2, which is x2, is going to be equal to 5 minus 5i. So now we solve the value of y to be what? Xy and x2. Now, how are we going to get the value of y? So all we need to do is to substitute this value of x to any of the equation. So which of the equation? We're going to pick equation 3. So we're going to substitute the value of x to equation 3. And as you can see from equation 3, you can see that y is equal to 10 minus x 10 minus x. So when we bring from equation 3, if we copy from equation 3, we solve y to be equal to 10 minus x. Now, to look for the value of y1, so we're going to substitute x1. So when we substitute x1, this is going to be what? Y1 will be equal to 10 minus, in place of x here, we replace the value of x1, which is 5 plus 5i. Now, y1 now will be equal to, y1 will be equal to 10 minus minus multiplied by 5 is going to give us minus 5, then minus multiplied by plus 5i is going to give us minus 5i. So now we get the value of y1 to be equal to 10 minus 5 is going to give us 5, then minus 5i. So this is the value of 5yi. Now to get the value of y2, we are going to substitute x2 to the same equation. So from equation 3, we are given that y equal to 10 minus x. So this is going to be y2, the second cases. So y2 now be equal to 10 minus, so in place of x, we are going to replace 5 minus 5i. So y2 now will be equal to 10, then negative multiplied by 5 is negative 5, then negative is going to give us positive I. So y2 now will be equal to 10 minus 5 is going to give us 5, then plus 5i. So this is our x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Now we need to write it in the normal way. Now, first one, we have x1, comma, y1, which is going to be equal to, what is our x1? 5 plus 5i, comma, y1, which is 5 minus 5i. Then our x2, comma, y2 is going to be the same as what? 5 minus 5i, comma, 5 plus 5i. So this is the value of x and y from case 1, and this is the value of x and y from case 2. Now, for you to be sure that this really satisfies the equation, we are going to pick one of these and substitute to the original equation to see whether the left hand side is going to be the same as the right hand side. An original equation, let's pick any of the equation. We can just pick equation 1, which is what? X plus y equal to 10. So we're going to just pick equation 1, which is what? X plus y equal to 10. Now from the original equation, we are given that x plus y equal to 10. Now, if we substitute x and y now, this is going to be what? The value of our x1 is the same as what? 5 plus 5i plus the value of y1, which is 5 minus 5i. So we're going to plus these two and see whether it's going to give us 10. As you can see, this is negative 5i and positive 5i. This and this is going to cancel. Then 5 plus 5 is going to give us 10. So therefore, x1, y1 satisfy the equation. And also, if we substitute x2, y2 into this original equation, you are going to see that the left hand side also will be the same as the right hand side. But what of the second equation? So the second equation, as you can see, is what? Is x multiplied by y is equal to 50. So when we multiply x and y that we find, is it going to give us 50? From equation 2, original equation, x multiplied by y is equal to 50. Now let's use x1 and y1. So x1 is the same as what? 5 plus 5i, then multiplied by y1, which is going to be 5 minus 5i. So when you multiply, is it going to give us the right hand side? Please, you can help us do that and drop the answer in the comment box, whether the right hand side is going to give us the left hand side. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more video like this. Thank you.